IT team in the back, are we live?
We are live.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'd like to call our January 15th, 2026 governing body meeting to order. First up, we've got a pledge of allegiance, Councilor Chavez, salute to the New Mexico flag, Councilor Cassett, and invocation remembrances from Councilor Lee Garcia. Please rise as you are able.
Ave María Purísima, concebida sin pecado original. That's a greeting amongst hermanos. And the reason I started with that is I wanted to remember, first off, and the reason I'm mentioning this first is because I'm going to say a prayer that is done for our deceased hermanos. And then Hermano Roberto Mondragon, who was former lieutenant governor of the state of New Mexico, a beautiful symbol of tradition and culture. Someone who taught, walked, and lived life, and set the example for many of us. And the invocation prayer that I will do is called a Sudario in his memory, but it'll also be for us as a council. But for him specifically, Dios nos que nos dejaste las señales santa, divina pasión y muerte, la sábana santa, la cual envuelve tu cuerpo santísimo, cuando fue José Nicodemas fuiste bajado de la cruz. Concédemos, Señor piadísimo, Señor Salvador del mundo, que por tu muerte sepulta la santa alma de Roberto Mondragón a la gloria y resurrección, porque el resto de este sudario, en libre descanse sus almas, que vive reina Dios por todos los siglos de los siglos santos. Amén. Que en paz descanse, hermano. Roberto Mondragon and was a very good friend of mine. I had the opportunity of knowing him well, calling him an hermano, and performing with him at the Lensic, playing with him on many occasions and learning a lot from him. And so, que en paz descanse, and we want to thank you for all the guidance that you've given us throughout the years, setting an example for others. The other one I would like to say as far as an invocation would be for this governing body for new beginnings. Dios nos guíe por buen camino, lo líbranos de todo mal, concebida sin mancha, sin pecado original. And so it's just basically saying that we are guided by truth and we are guided by each other, and that we always are doing the best for our community. So with that, I'd like to just offer one more remembrances, if that's okay, Mayor. And a friend of mine who is a patron and a longtime resident of Santa Fe, Carlos Valladares, passed away on December 31st. And amazing man, taught me a lot, and en paz descanse. Thank you, Mayor.
Are there any other remembrances from governing body members? If not, let's just take a moment to self-reflect and take a moment to remember those as well. Thank you. Madam Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, Mayor. Counselor Barrett?
Here.
Counselor Cassett?
Here.
Counselor Castro?
Presente.
Counselor Chavez?
Here.
Counselor Faulkner?
Here.
Counselor Fagali?
Here.
Counselor Garcia?
Here.
Mayor Garcia?
Present.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you so much. Next up is approval of tonight's agenda. Are there any changes?
Yes, I do have a amendment that I would like to make. Items E and F were grants that have been ratified, and it is our custom that they move to discussion as opposed to consent, as they have not been to a committee. So I would like to make that change.
Okay, so noted. Any other changes? Committee members or governing body members?
Second.
Okay, We have a motion and a second.
Motion to approve as amended?
But we've already got the.
Sorry.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next up is consent agenda. Are there any items removed from consent, Madam City Clerk?
No, Mayor.
Any items governing body members would like to remove last moment?
No, there was a couple questions that I had, Mayor, but I did address them with staff already.
Okay, thank you, Counselor. With that being said,
To approve?
Second.
okay, so we've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, may I get a roll call vote, please?
Yes, Mayor. Counselor Barrett? Counselor Cassett?
Yes.
Counselor Castro? Counselor Chavez? Counselor Faulkner?
Yes.
Counselor Fagali? Counselor Garcia?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay. Next item is presentations. We don't have any tonight. We've got through consent. And so let's go ahead and move on to item 10, which is discussion. We're going to hear item E. And Madam City Clerk, can you read into the record what that is?
Certainly, Mayor. Item E is a request for ratification of Second Amendment to Cooperative Project Agreement Design Work, item 25-0546, with the New Mexico Department of Transportation to extend the term through December 30th, 2027 to complete the engineering design of S100650 Acequia Trail Extension Project. And here to answer questions is Capital Projects Manager Romela Glorioso Mas.
Thank you, Ms. Glorioso Mas, for being here tonight. If possible, can you give us a brief overview and then we'll open it up to any questions from the committee members or governing body members?
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor Garcia and councilors. So as stated by the city clerk, staff is requesting governing body ratification of an amendment extending the term of the Acequia Trail extension from Rufina Street to San Felipe Road. And then the NMDOT has given us 2 years and extending the funding agreement. So typically, the New Mexico Department of Transportation allows the city no more than 1 month to approve original contracts or contract amendments. That time frame does not provide sufficient opportunity to complete the city's standard review and approval process, which includes review and approval of the city attorney's office, the budget amendment resolution, and project ledger approvals through the finance department, and placement on the agendas of the Public Works and Utilities Committee, the Finance Committee, and the governing body. For that reason, staff requested and received approval from the city manager under Santa Fe City Code 2-46B, which authorizes the city manager to enter into agreements seeking or accepting funds when the deadline occurs before the agreement can be placed on the agenda for the governing body's next regularly scheduled meeting. As required by that provision, the agreement is now being brought forward for governing body ratification. So the extension that was given by NMDOT was to accommodate an expansion of the project scope to address stormwater drainage issues in the Morning Drive subdivision neighborhood, where the trail extension is located. Due to the ongoing impacts of climate change, flooding in this neighborhood is expected to worsen if these issues are not resolved. Thank you, and I stand for questions.
Thank you, Ms. Glorioso Mas. Are there any questions from any of the governing body members?
To approve? Second.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, Madam City Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Certainly, Mayor. Counselor Cassett?
Yes.
Counselor Castro?
Yes.
Counselor Chavez?
Yes.
Counselor Faulkner? Counselor Fagali? Counselor Garcia?
Yes.
Counselor Barrett?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Thank you. Next up is item 10F. Madam City Clerk, can you please read that into the record?
Certainly, Mayor. 9F is a request for ratification of Second Amendment to Cooperative Project Agreement Construction Work Item 24-0535 with the New Mexico Department of Transportation for $2 million to extend the term through December 30th, 2026 to complete the construction of S100770 Tierra Contenta Trail Extension Project, a federally funded project. And Capital Projects Manager Romela Glorioso Mas is here for questions.
Thank you, Ms. Glorioso Mas. Can you please give us a overview of this item?
So the term extension was necessary to accommodate the relocation of prairie dogs in compliance with the city's ordinance, which limits allowable capture periods from April 1st through April 30 and June 15 through September 15. These windows align with local climate conditions and prairie dog behavior to ensure humane relocation and support the city's broader efforts to protect the native ecosystem. In addition, the extension will support a smooth federal project closeout process. Construction of the Tierra Contenta Trail extension from Buffalo Grass to South Meadows is anticipated to be completed in late fall of this year. This project is a safe route to school project, providing safe access to school-age children attending Sweeney Elementary School and Ortiz Middle School. At the last count of SFMPO, there were about 60 to 70 students who used this trail. Thank you, and I am happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Ms. Glorioso Mas. Do any governing body members have any questions? Councilor Lee Garcia.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Not too many questions. I really wanted to thank Director Glorioso Mas for working with both Councilor Faulkner and myself on this issue. We identified some problematic areas on the construction that were brought to us by constituents, and after seeing the issues, her attention, her and Cody were very receptive in understanding that there was things that needed really to be done, or the project wasn't be completed in a fashion that would be advantageous to the community. And so I want to really appreciate your attention to that, and thank you, Director.
Councilor Faulkner and
I
Councilor
just
Castro.
quickly want to echo Councilor Lee Garcia's comments. We've really appreciated the amount of work you put in, and that we've been responsive to the community and what they need. And so I think we're kind of pretty satisfied, or maybe a little happy about the work you've done to meet the needs of the community.
Councilor Castro.
Move to approve.
Second.
And we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Madam City Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Certainly, Mayor. Councilor Castro,
Yes.
Councilor Chavez,
Yes.
Councilor Faulkner,
Yes.
Councilor Fagali,
Yes.
Councilor Garcia,
Yes.
Councilor Barrett,
Yes.
Councilor Cassett.
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Glorioso Mas. Next up is item number 11, matters from the city manager. City Manager Moya, or interim City Manager Moya, floor is yours.
Mr. Mayor, thank you. The only thing I really have, first of all, thank you. It's been week 2. It's been a lot, so thank you. The only other thing is I just wanted to bring everybody's attention to the January 23rd governing body study session. I think that'll be a good thing for us next week. So I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. But other than that, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, interim City Manager Moya. Next up is item 12, matters from the city attorney, interim city attorney Martinez.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and members of the governing body. And I also want to thank you for the opportunity to serve. Mayor Garcia and members of the governing body, I recommend that the governing body move to go into executive session.
I move that we enter an executive session pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, Section 10-15-1H, Subpart 8, for discussion of the purchase, acquisition, or disposal of real property or water rights by the governing body.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Or none? Madam City Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Yes, Mayor. Counselor Chavez?
Yes.
Counselor Faulkner?
Yes.
Counselor Fagali?
Yes.
Counselor Garcia?
Yes.
Counselor Barrett?
Yes.
Counselor Cassett?
Yes.
Counselor Castro?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, so members of the public, we're going to go into executive session, discuss this matter, and we'll be back once the conversation's over. Okay, we are reconvened from our executive session. Is there a motion?
Second. Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, Section 10-15-1J, I move that the governing body reconvene in open session and state for the record that the matters discussed in the closed session were limited to those specified in the motion for closure.
We got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing here none, Madam City Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Certainly, Mayor. Counselor Faulkner,
Yes.
Counselor Fagali,
Yes.
Counselor Garcia,
Yes.
Counselor Barrett,
Yes.
Counselor Cassett,
Yes.
Counselor Castro,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
motion approved.
Okay, with that being said, the next item is executive session action items. Is there a action item or a motion governing body member would like to make?
Move to direct the city manager to direct negotiations for the acquisition or the possible acquisition of Tract O with the state of New Mexico.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Madam City Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Certainly, Mayor. Counselor Fagali,
Yes.
Counselor Garcia,
Yes.
Counselor Barrett,
Yes.
Counselor Cassett,
Yes.
Counselor Castro,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Faulkner,
Yes.
motion approved.
Thank you. So that moves us on to our next agenda item, which is item 14, matters from the city clerk. Madam City Clerk, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing to report for today. Thank you.
Okay. With that being said, next up is communications from the governing body. And since Counselor Faulkner is always the one to go last, I'm going to start off with you this time.
My God, you love the middle kid. Okay, I'm so excited. I want to start with a couple of things. I want to thank all the people who helped with the La Posada. It was successful and we gave away, I don't know, 800 and some toys, fed another 800 and some folks. It was terrific and thank everyone from the council who supported it. And then I would like to do a shout out to our city clerk because she is training staff on how to make things accessible for not only myself, but for the public. And she's on it and she's doing a fantastic job. And I just want to appreciate that you hit the ground running on this and that you're doing such an awesome job. I also want to thank Andrea Phillips and the finance team because I had a great meeting with them as the new finance chair. And I think the finance committee and staff are going to be a pretty positive team and that we're going to be able to work with the mayor to do some awesome stuff to get things on track at the city of Santa Fe. And I also want to say that I appreciate that the council is pretty positive. Like I feel hopeful and excited about just the tone that's been set by the mayor and that is leading the council in a direction where we're going to do good things for the city of Santa Fe. But I think we're also going to have some fun doing it and it's going to be a collaboration, which is going to be very refreshing.
Thank you, Counselor Faulkner. I'm just going to continue on with the wave outwards.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, thank you to the new governing body. It was a really amazing first meeting. I also want to thank city staff. I know everybody's under a lot of pressure, and in particular, city manager and Chief Grundler for meeting with us today about the incident on Harrison Road. We know that you are with us. It is a difficult situation, but if anybody has concerns, please reach out to Counselor Fagali or myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Castro. Counselor Cassett.
Mayor. I just, Happy New Year, everybody. First meeting back and really welcome to the new faces on the dais and welcome to this life that you have chosen for yourself. And you may want to question your sanity at this moment in time. I also really want to thank the staff that put on the community engagement project for the Richards Avenue micro community. There were some hiccups that we need to look at with notifications and figuring that out. There seemed to be uneven notification, but the team did a wonderful job of reaching out to as many people as possible and really running a very good roundtable and a great roundtable. And then I also want to acknowledge Rod Gould and the team that put together our budget session. That was a really, really wonderful, wonderful session. Really, I thought it was really positive as I was listening to the conversations, and I really loved the opportunity that the public had to delve into some of the challenges that we ourselves have to deal with in terms of making decisions on how to spend unfortunately, a finite amount of money when there are infinite issues and things that we would like to be supporting. So I thought that was really great. I look forward to watching this budget process develop. We're in our first year. We've learned some good lessons already. But I thought that Rod and Andrea and the entire team and all the staff that was there to facilitate just did an incredible job leading us through that. And that is all for me.
Thank you, Councillor Cassett. Councillor Garcia.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Would like to extend a welcome to the new governing body members. Thank you for taking on the harsh role of representing not harsh, but it's challenging at times. And so thank you for taking on that role and representing our community. Congratulations and welcome, actually, Mayor Michael Garcia, in your first meeting. To the staff that's taken on the responsibility of at least currently being interim, it's a huge lift, and thank you. It's whenever there's a change in administration, there's a lot of transitional chaos, I guess you could say, and thank you for leading the way. I do want to give a shout out to Councillor Faulkner. She thanked everybody for their help and support in doing the La Posada and some of the community events that we do on the south side of town. Truly wouldn't happen the way that they do without her leadership and the work that she does. No, it's absolutely true. And so you're very modest in thanking others, and I thank you for doing that. Aside from that, Happy New Year, Feliz Año Nuevo, and I'll pass it on.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Chavez.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, Happy New Year, everyone. I want to welcome our new teammates to this work, and I've already connected with one, and I'm excited to start working on a project. And yeah, I think there's a really good feeling of positivity, and I think that you deserve some credit for that, Mayor. So thank you for your work so quickly and already having an achievement of moving us in the right direction in a very positive way. So thank you for that. I also want to thank Councillor Faulkner for the La Posada as well. She spent, I think, every free moment she had working on that event, to shopping, to delivering toys, to sorting toys, to connecting with partners, to finding donations. So she says that she doesn't want credit, but it literally wouldn't happen the way it happened without her work. So thank you, Councillor Faulkner. And on a personal note, I want to congratulate my 8th grade son for making the Milagro Middle School basketball game. He's currently playing right now, so if you see me on my phone, it's because I am keeping track of the score. I'm harassing everyone that's there so I could feel like I'm there. So congratulations to him. He is a starter for the team, so it's a big achievement. So congratulations, Gray. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Chavez. Councillor Barrett.
Hey there, everybody, and Happy New Year. And I'm Liz Barrett. I'm new to District 2. I'm a social worker. This is my first time in a political office, and I'm excited to get some work done and work with this amazing team. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Barrett. Councillor, the last one. Yeah, I'm so used to seeing on the other side of the dais, and it's going to take some time to be like, okay. Councillor Fagali, the floor is yours. I
Thank you,
apologize.
Mayor. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird being on this side. I'm like, oh, I can see at least half the room. I guess when the TV is in the way, I can only see half, but it's nice to be able to see folks and not everyone behind me when I'm at the lectern. So I just want to thank everyone who put together the orientation, Chief Moya, Marcos, Andrea Phillips and Rod and everyone who helped with that. It was really helpful to me, I think also to Counselor Barrett. And yeah, it's really, everyone's been really positive and helpful and answering our questions like, where is this thing? How do we get in the building? You know, all those things. So it's been really nice, and I really appreciate everyone's kindness and willingness to help. So thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Fogali. And so I just want to thank everybody, governing body members, staff. We're on day 10, but it sometimes seems like day 1,000 at the speed we're going. We are moving quick. I think my colleagues over on the other side of the room can attest to that. So thank you for keeping up the pace. Yes.
One last thing, Mayor.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
One of our co-counselors is always really good about wishing everyone a happy birthday, and we did not wish her a happy birthday. So Counselor Cassett, happy birthday.
Yes.
Everyone's talking about the La Posada, but there's two things I have to say. Fire department did a huge lift for the La Posada, like massive lift. And then also I would like to thank our interim or acting city manager, because he already does a lot for the city of Santa Fe, but he's stepped up and he's helping us in this transition period, which is a lot out of nowhere. And I think we all should be grateful that he stepped up to that position.
Thank you, Counselor Faulkner, and I'll echo those sentiments. All three of y'all up there. You're in interim roles, but you're rocking and rolling like you've been doing this for decades. So thank you. It makes coming to the office every day fun. So thank you. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. We all know the work we have ahead of us. So I just want to make sure that we continue the momentum we've started. We continue to have fun. We continue to get work done. I think that's ultimately why we were elected. The public has faith in us to, represent them well, but see the positive change that they're asking us to take on their behalf. With that being said, we do have a vacancy. As you see, there's a space to the left of Counselor Cassett. So there is a District 2 forum this weekend. There are 11 folks that are vying for the vacant city council position that was left when I resigned to take on the mayoral duties. So I would encourage folks, especially the folks on the dais up here, to either be in attendance or watch it. We will be live streaming it because ultimately the process is I get to appoint, but 8 of y'all get to decide if you agree with that appointment or not. It's your final decision. So with that, I would encourage participate in the sense watch. If you have any questions from any of the candidates, reach out. There's resumes are available online. I've been seeking questions from the public all week. On Saturday, upon conclusion of the forum, I'm going to post all the questions that have been submitted with 11 candidates. It's going to be very rough to get through a lot of questions in an hour and a half, but I want to make sure that all the questions that come in are publicly available for the candidates to address on their own merit. With that way we can have somebody hopefully on the 28th meeting up for approval, and they'll be able to help us get the work done. So lots of work ahead. Thank you everybody for an amazing 10 days. We've got lots and lots of more days ahead. And so with that, thank you. We'll get a move on to item 16, which is introduction of legislation. First up, Madam City Clerk, if you wouldn't mind reading item A into the record, please.
Certainly, Mayor. Item 16A is consideration of a resolution. This is sponsored by Counselor Amanda Chavez and Counselor Jamie Cassett. It's a resolution directing the city manager to obtain an updated appraisal and negotiate a sales price for potential acquisition of 122.634 acres of land adjacent to the Paseo Real Water Reclamation Facility.
Mayor, I would just want to add, the additional land would allow for expanded sludge drying, staging for construction during the Paseo Real Water Reclamation Facility rehabilitation and replacement, and possibly more replacement options for the Paseo Real Water Reclamation Facility.
Thank you. Counselor Cassett? Okay. All right. Next item is petitions from the floor. We, following our rules process, we will usually have that as close to 7 as possible. Next item after that is a public comment, which is another public hearing. The rest of the agenda is pretty light. Any recommendations from the governing body, how they would like to proceed for the next 30 minutes?
Mayor, I would recommend that we move to item 21, appointments. And then we could come back to public comment if we were closer to 7 p.m.
Okay, is that a motion?
Second.
That is a motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I would propose that we would just go in order and then just revisit the time at 7. That's a discussion.
It's the last thing on the agenda, I think.
Yeah, but I would propose us just moving to public, like just continuing in order with the agenda. We have 30 minutes. We would take up whatever we can with before 7 instead of having it super rearranged. I don't know. That's a discussion point.
Right. So I think following Counselor Chavez's direction, we would go to public comment on bills, but we typically would have a public hearing
know.
after 7, and the remainder of the items are public hearings or public comment portions.
I say we start with final action on legislation 19.
It's also a public hearing.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
So I think that's why Counselor Castro
We're close
recommended
to-
we go to something that doesn't have any
Except-
public input, and then if need be, take a 10-minute break, however it takes to get through these appointments. Because there are a number of them.
That makes sense.
Okay, so there was a motion and a second to move directly to item 2021. Any further discussion? Hearing or seeing none, Madam City Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Yes, Mayor. Counselor Garcia,
Yes.
Counselor Barrett,
Yes.
Counselor Cassett,
Yes.
Counselor Castro,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Faulkner,
Yes.
Counselor Fagali.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, thank you so much. What's the next agenda item, Madam City Clerk?
Next agenda item, we'll move to 21 appointments. 21A is appointment of Chief Brian Moya to interim city manager.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, thank you. So with that, I just wanted to say, I think it's pretty evident that Chief Moya has the skill set, ability, and talents to take on this interim city manager role. Even in this first 10 days of the change of administration, it's evident that I'm thankful for the work that you're bringing to the city. So that, no other comments from me. Any other comments from
Ditto.
Matt? Yes, Councilor Cassett.
Thank you. I do also want to recognize Chief Moya. You have always been very good at communicating about things and calling, which is I'll get used to that. But I really do appreciate you stepping up. You already do so much. And I really, this is a tough job, and you always are so dedicated to the city. So very happy to have you here. So thank you so much for being willing to do this.
Thank you, Councilor Cassett. Any other comments? There are none. Madam City Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Certainly, Mayor. Counselor Barrett,
Yes.
Counselor Cassett,
Yes.
Counselor Castro,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Faulkner,
Yes.
Counselor Fagali,
Yes.
Counselor Garcia.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, what's the next agenda item, Madam City Clerk?
Next item is item 21B, appointment of Marcos Martinez to interim city attorney.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second. Again, I would like to take a moment. Thank you, Mr. Martinez, for agreeing to take on these duties. You as well are more than qualified to take on this role. It's been an opportunity and a pleasure to work with you these last 10 days, and I look forward to whatever the future may hold as we work to fill the position in a permanent basis. So thank you. Any other comments, questions? Hearing seen none, Madam City Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Counselor Cassett,
Yes.
Counselor Castro,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Faulkner,
Yes.
Counselor Fagali,
Yes.
Counselor Garcia,
Yes.
Counselor Barrett,
Yes.
motion passed.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Next item is 21C, appointment of Geraldine Cardenas to interim city clerk and director of community engagement.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion in a second. Sorry if that was a little word for you to read your own name. But again, I echo the sentiments you've proved historically in, as you've taken this role on in the past in an interim role, and you've did it with flying colors. So continue that. It's been amazing to have the opportunity to work alongside you in the capacity now as mayor, and let's get to work. So any other comments? Yes, Councilor Garcia.
Thank you, Mayor. As stated earlier, thank you to all of you who's accepted that role, because it's not just what you were previously doing, it's in addition to, and so it's a heavy lift. So thank you guys for doing this.
Thank you, Councilor Garcia. Any other comments? Okay, seeing none, can we get a roll call vote, please, Madam Clerk?
Certainly. Counselor Castro, Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Faulkner, Counselor Fagali, Counselor Garcia,
Yes.
Counselor Barrett,
Yes.
Counselor Cassett,
Yes.
motion passed.
Okay, thank you. Next item, please.
Next item is 21D, appointment of Counselor Lee Garcia to Mayor Pro Tem.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, just like to take a moment to thank you, Councilor Garcia, for agreeing to take on these duties. Hopefully I'm not sick or away from the office. So in the absence of me, I definitely am confident that you can continue to keep the collaboration and work going in my absence, but God willing, I'm not going to be absent too much. Not too much work ahead of us. So, thank you. Any other comments, questions? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Counselor Chavez,
Yes.
Counselor Faulkner,
Yes.
Counselor Fagali, Counselor Garcia. Oh, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a robot. I'm sorry. Counselor Barrett,
Yes.
Counselor Cassett,
Yes.
Counselor Castro,
Yes.
motion passed.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Next item is no vote required, but it is an announcement of an appointment of Counselor Alma Castro to parliamentarian.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I just want to thank Councilor Castro for taking on these duties. Always requires somebody to ensure that we're following the rules, following the processes. So we're going to count on you to keep us in line. So thank you.
And I just want to thank you all. In our training, we decided we wanted to clean these up and make sure that they're clear. So I hope Willie will take that direction from all of you.
Well, thank you. Next item, please.
Next item is 21F, appointment of city council committees.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, just some context here. I tried to do my best in regards to affording the opportunity for every governing body member to chair at least one committee. I think especially during our discussions we had last week, there is lots of enthusiasm and folks really want to grow in their roles. And the only way I see we can do that is thrust folks into leadership positions. And so just thank you, everybody, for willing to take on those tasks. With that, no other comments. Anything else? Okay, can we get a roll call vote, please, Madam City Clerk?
Certainly, Mayor. Counselor Faulkner,
Yes.
Counselor Fagali, Counselor Garcia,
Yes.
Counselor Barrett,
Yes.
Counselor Cassett,
Yes.
Counselor Castro,
Yes.
Counselor Chavez?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Just make one.
Sure.
I want to thank the mayor for taking the time to meet with those of us who wanted to advocate for a given position on a committee and being willing to have like some honest, hard conversations and being willing to listen to those of us who were seeking out positions. I really appreciated that.
Thank you, Counselor Faulkner. Next item, please.
Next item is 21G, Sister Cities Committee. Mara Christian Harris, appointment as alternate, term ending October 2028. And Barbara Vigil, appointment as alternate, term ending October 2027.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Or none, Madam City Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Counselor Fogali?
Yes.
Counselor Garcia?
Yes.
Counselor Barrett?
Yes.
Counselor Cassett?
Yes.
Counselor Castro?
Yes.
Counselor Chavez?
Yes.
Counselor Faulkner?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, thank you, Madam City Clerk. I think the remainder of our agenda is either petitions from the floor or has some type of public comment portion on the agenda. So what's the will of the committee or will of the governing body?
Mayor, I'd like to move that we go to petitions from the floor and continue with the agenda as posted.
Mayor, according to our rules, we are not allowed to start petitions from the floor before 7 p.m.
I think it says as close as we can. We could take a break.
It says not before.
Okay.
You can take a break till
We can take it.
7 o'clock. That's what I would recommend.
Any other?
So I would move that we take a break until 7 o'clock.
Second.
Okay, so there's a motion to adjourn until 7 o'clock and there's a second. Any further discussion? Not adjourn. Take a break. Let me take. Okay. Seems like no more discussion. Can we get a roll call vote, please?
Yes, Mayor. Counselor Garcia?
Yes.
Counselor Barrett?
Yes.
Counselor Cassett?
Yes.
Counselor Castro? Counselor Chavez?
Yes.
Counselor Faulkner?
Yes.
Counselor Fogali? Motion passed.
Okay, so we stand in recess till 7 p.m. Okay, let's go ahead and reconvene. Madam City Clerk, what is the next item on the agenda?
Mayor, the next item is item 17, petitions from the floor.
Thank you. So now is the opportunity for members of the public to come and address the governing body for 2 minutes, whether it's here in the chambers or online.
Michael, if you'll start the timer, please.
So, turn the clock on. Okay,
And please state your name for the
Certainly.
record, please.
I'm Stephen Fox. I'm founder of the United Nations new effort to have a branch in Santa Fe. I've been at this about 5 years. I want to start with a message from the royal family of Spain. I came to tell you guys back in 2021 that I got a letter from the King of Spain recognizing United Nations Santa Fe as me as founder. So this message is as follows: 2.7 million Spanish children and teenagers, 0 COVID deaths, 81% were unvaccinated. The Spanish study was peer-reviewed and published in the Pediatric Infectious Disease Journal. None of those 2.7 million children died of COVID, none, as in 0. Would you please communicate this to the governor of New Mexico, who persists in hammering this, the vaccine mandates? It's wrong. It's wrong. It's terribly wrong. And the last time I came to see you all was to tell you about the Nigerian Surgeon General of Florida that got rid of all the vaccine mandates in the state of Florida. It took a Nigerian to come here, and everything's been good. Okay, so some more good news. Can you foresee in the future what a United Nations branch in Santa Fe could do with an Undersecretary General for Nutrition, Consumer Protection, and Longevity, and an Undersecretary General for stopping child trafficking? I have another idea, which is an indigenous, specialized Hague-level indigenous court. That's a long shot. None of those cases down in Central and South America ever get heard at The Hague in the Netherlands because of the corrupt national governments and the corporate manipulations thereof. So let's see. I brought I spent 3 hours a day putting together a compendium of articles and videos. I have a YouTube channel now called United Nations Santa Fe. It's only got 4 videos in it. Is that it?
Yeah, the time.
Okay, I will communicate with the rest of this to each of you tomorrow in an email. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I win? Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, beloved staff and community. I want to start off, since this is my first meeting here with you all, with hugs and kisses for everybody. Right? And I'm going to give them the staff first because you all work harder than everybody else. And then just pass them around and everybody gets a hug, everybody gets a kiss. Miguel Acosta, proud resident of the South Side. Want to congratulate our new mayor. Want to congratulate our new city councilors and congratulate the new leadership roles that people are taking on. It's not easy, but it's very necessary. Thank you for doing that. Also want to support the decision to promote people from within. I think we've got the leadership capacity here on staff already or in Santa Fe to get the job done. We don't need to be going to California, New York, Cincinnati, or wherever it is that people have been recruiting from lately. We've got the gente here. We got plenty of great people here. Also want to congratulate you all because everybody's contributing to creating a new sense of hope here in Santa Fe. And I know you're going to be successful, and our new mayor is going to be successful. It's great to see one of our own up there in that position, and we're going to be successful in the way Chicanos do it, collaboratively, right? Working mano a mano, working together through Resolana, through whatever needs and things that we need to do to make the difficult decisions, and then we live with them because that's what we do. That's how we survive. I also love to see some more investment on the south side, especially on the north of Airport Road in the annexed areas. And finally, and I do have one, but I'll save it for the legislation conversation. Well, one thing too that I want us to keep in mind, we're an immigrant-friendly city. We're a Native American-friendly city. We're definitely a tourist-friendly city, African-American-friendly city, and an Asian-friendly city. I want us to deliberately think about how do we make this a Chicano and Hispano-friendly city again. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to add my congratulations. It's first of all, the obvious of those of you who got elected, re-elected. But I lived about 50 years in DC area. And
Yeah, just pull it a little closer to you, sir.
a little closer. Okay. Well, I'm used to just my voice carrying, but and what I saw of government, not the federal government, except how it related to the DC government, I am so happy that you're all up there. That's all I need to say about that. It was a disaster trying to deal with multiple county and city governments. But my real reason for being here tonight is I and a lot of us need your help. Yesterday, I was traveling on St. Francis going towards the interstate, and I would normally turn down Zia to the right. And with the construction there, that's pretty much a disaster. So I made the choice of going on Serengo, thinking I'd get down to Yucca and then get down to Zia and turn left and get into the condo where I live. It took me 14 minutes from the light at Serengo and St. Francis to get to Yucca. The traffic was an non-moving line. That area is overwhelmed. And second part of this is that I don't see how with this new subdivision going in at Zia and St. Francis, how it can possibly have additional units and a commercial area. Traffic should just be stalled, snarled, stalled, whatever you want. So ask for your help with that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, members of the governing body. My name is Kathy Rivera, resident of District 1, and I would like to congratulate the new members of the council. The reason I'm here tonight, and timing is everything, I was hoping the public comment would happen before the conversation on Tract O. But my comments regarding that Tract O is really directed at you as a governing body to realize that whilst the city of Santa Fe has an interest in that property and may go forward exploring that property, there's also several other projects that involve the state that are ongoing currently, one of them being the new legislative offices across from the state capitol. So my message to you all is that while we understand we need to look at these projects in isolation, and they need to be vetted in the respective isolated projects, I would ask you to look at them collectively and figure out what synergies exist that we might be able to benefit from each other's needs, to figure out what compromises may need to be crossed across projects, and perhaps make sure that we can work and build our relationships with the state to ensure that their projects go forward and ensure that the city of Santa Fe is getting what they want out of these projects as well. So that's my message to you, is more of a synergistic look across all the projects in collaboration with the state. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, governing body. My name is Daniel Ortiz, 14th generation Hispano, District 1. I'm here on behalf of the United States Hispanic Anti-Defamation Association. First of all, congratulations, all of you, and thank you for your service. I know your positions is not easy, but yet here we are. And I'd like to just ask for the mayor directly, I hope, and I think I can honestly say for virtually everybody in this room and watching this video, that your tenure is not like the lyrics from the Who song, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Not laughing, that was meant as a joke.
We're not supposed to have a doubt, so I don't want to engage. I apologize.
Well, I hope everybody knows that song. Meet the new boss, same as no, I don't think that's going to be the case. But having said that, you know, we are in a new year. We have a new governing body, and we all want to start fresh. But we know that logically, it's not a cut from the last year to the new year or the new last administration. There's overlapping, right? There's overlap. And so we all hope for a new era, a new beginning. But I am concerned about some events that happened with the Soldiers Monument that occurred, and this notion of, I have to just say, call out one of your members of the governing body, Councilor Castro. You were hosting an event at the local cinema called How to Blow Up a Pipeline with Red Nation. You hosted a forum where they actually promoted violence as a means of social change. This is not acceptable.
Mr. Ortiz, I think your time is up.
Okay, tomorrow you're all going to get an email with her presentation, How to Blow Up a Pipeline. This is not acceptable. We're watching.
Okay.
This is not acceptable.
If you could please wrap up. Thank you, Mr. Ortiz.
Mayor, council members, bienvenidos. You can't express how happy we are to have you lead our city now. I won't say anything about the other one because I'll be negative. I want to be positive. We're going to be positive from here on out. And I want to thank you. And I know you will do a great job for the people of Santa Fe. And they are trusting you. They are. You were voted on. So they're looking forward to you being our new leadership. I wanted the two new counselors that are here. I want them, they don't know much about it, but the Unión Protectiva filed a lawsuit against the city and the mayor 5 years ago. Still there. We need to finish this thing. Okay, it needs to be completed. It's dividing the city. The attorney, if you would read the renderings from the courts, what they said, the court said, remove that box. They did within 90 days. 30 days. And then 30 or 90 days, I can't remember. And then if not, rebuild the Soldiers Monument to 2020 standards or go to the SHPO. Last administration went to the SHPO. It's still the SHPO. The SHPO, State Historical Preservation Officer, said, before we entertain anything, you need to have a public forum with the people. You need to determine what you're going to do with it, where you're going to place it, and what is going to be in its place, and where is it going to go. You have to finish that. Well, I don't know if you have to finish it. You need to check. You don't have to abide by it. They just give you that option. But you got to remember, you still have that order, that court order that says you need to rebuild it to 2020 standards. So that's all I want to say. We got to get this thing done. I mean, it broke our city. It really did. So again, bienvenidos. Thank you very much. And we look forward for your new leadership. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, city councilors. I appreciate all your hard work that you've done and you're going to be doing. My name is Elmer Maestas, District 1. In any case, I want to echo some of what you said regarding the monument. It's far past time that we don't do that. And I see I'm getting a lot of good vibes from all of you here tonight, but there's no reason why we can't do that. And if we get it done, we want to make Santa Fe look positive. We don't want to give Santa Fe a black eye. that some of these issues that we've been fighting about have brought us, we're much better off with good feelings. So, city. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you.
Excuse me, can you relook at the 2-minute rule? The 2-minute rule was brought about by the.
Mr. Beal, well, I gave you, you had your 2 minutes already. But thank you.
Hello, my name's Elizabeth West, and I have so many things I'd love to say, and so I'm not going to say them. There are too many, and I am in the mood for being positive. Usually I am, but not always. However, I am today. And so welcome. I see familiar faces, and I look forward to congratulating each of you individually and getting to know some of the newer ones. So I'm sure I'll say some things sometime, another time, that aren't going to be so fabulous. But I really do try to be positive. So I'm stating that just so you know that's the cushion for future discussion. Good luck. And you're being very polite. You're listening to each other. And that feels really, really good. It's not easy. And new people. Sir, with the red shirt, I'm so sorry. Are you with the fire department? Boy, did I love those bagpipes. Okay, thank you very much. More later. Good luck.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk, are there any folks online that would like to provide public comment?
If the attendees in the Zoom room would please raise their hands. We have Stephanie Beninato. Stephanie, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Stephanie Beninato. I too would like to welcome the new members of the council and Mayor Garcia, and hope that things go as copacetically as they seem to be going tonight for some time at least. I do, however, want to bring some problems to your attention. One is EPA requests. I made 3 EPA requests, and one even after, and I finally sued the city because I wasn't getting any response. And 8 months later, just trying to look at, get certificates of training from one employee, even after Ken Statler filed the lawsuit, I was still getting notices that it was too burdensome to go look at someone's HR file to see what trainings and certificates were there. This has been farmed out to a third-party law firm who seems to like to prolong lawsuits. And again, instead of admitting that I didn't get these, they've denied that I didn't get them. And this is just a waste of city resources. And I'm asking that the policy of farming out these lawsuits rather than looking at the merits be considered. Secondly, there is an alley behind my house, and as far as I know, I haven't been able to get back there recently because I was in a very bad accident where a truck hit my bike from behind and I flew off the bike. But as far as I know, months and months later, that alley has not been cleaned at all. And it's been, again, such a long time. And I don't understand why it is taking the city so long to maintain an alley where utilities run along it, and it is the city's alley. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk, are there any other community members online?
Mayor, no other attendees in the Zoom room have their hands up.
Okay. Are there any other members in the audience that would like to provide public comment, petitions from the floor? Seeing none, Madam City Clerk, what's the next item on the agenda?
Next item on the agenda is item 18. This is public comment on bills. First public comment, no action. 18A is consideration of bill number 2025-26, adoption of an ordinance sponsored by Mayor Alan Weber, Councilor Carol Romero Worth, Councilor Jamie Cassett. It's a bill approving a community energy efficiency development seed block grant from the New Mexico Energy, Minerals, and Natural Resources Department, Energy Conservation and Management Division, pursuant to the Seed Block Grant Act to authorize a seed program project and approve the terms and conditions of the grant agreement.
Thank you. Are there any members of the public that would like to provide public comment for this item? Madam City Clerk, is there anybody online that would like to provide public comment for this item?
If the attendees in the Zoom room would like to provide public comment on this bill, please raise your hand. Mayor, no hands have been raised.
Okay, thank you. Given that, what's the next item on the agenda?
I'm sorry, the next item is 18B. This is consideration of bill number 2025-23 and adoption of an ordinance. This is sponsored by Councillor Jamie Cassett and Councillor Pilar Faulkner. It's a bill amending SFCC 1987, Section 2-4.2 to require city managers to be International City Manager Association, ICMA, credentialed or credential eligible unless an appointment and consent of such a candidate is not possible after 5 months, requiring candidates for deputy city manager to have the same qualifications pursuant to section 2-4.6L, removing portions of section 2-4.3 that conflict with a city charter and removing the prohibition for an acting city manager to employ and discharge personnel.
Okay, are there any members of the public that would like to provide public comment on this item?
There is one in the Zoom.
Okay, don't see anybody in the chamber, so let's go ahead and move to the person in the Zoom room.
Stephanie Benenato.
Thank you, Stephanie Benenato. I am a little concerned that this international certification may exclude people. I understand the wanting and need to professionalize that office, but I'm just wondering how easy or not easy it is to get the certification. I see that there's like ways of of it being waived, but then why have it if you're going to waive it after 5 months anyway? So that is my concern. And also for the assistant city manager, it seems like that person should maybe be required to get some certification within a certain amount of time. I do appreciate that the interim city manager would have hiring and firing capabilities, because sometimes that interim position can go on for quite some time, and it would hamper the administration in getting the team together. Thank you.
Madam City Clerk, are there any other members of the public that would like to provide comment via the Zoom link?
Mayor, no other hands are raised in the Zoom room.
Okay, seeing that there is none in the City Council chamber, let's go to move on to the next item, please.
Next item is item 19. This is final action on legislation. This is a public hearing. 19A is consideration of bill number 2025-25 and adoption of an ordinance. This is sponsored by Councillor Amanda Chavez, Councillor Carol Romero Worth, and Councillor Jamie Cassett. It's a bill updating the rates and service charges for water utility services.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Do not see Interim Director Roach here, but I do see a colleague here approaching the podium. If we can get a presentation, please.
Good evening. Mayor Garcia, members of the governing body. I guess to give a brief overview of this, I think you all received a presentation back in December over the proposed rate increase for the water utility. I guess some key takeaways, some key points is that our water rates have not increased since 2013. And we've seen a general cost inflation of 41%. This rate increase is directly tied to funding some of our large capital projects over the next, several years. I guess what this means for the average utility bill payer is that beginning in 2027, the average bill is going to increase by $1 per year for the next 5 years. This also changes to our rate structure. Currently, there's 2 tiers. There's the single family multi-use homes that use less than 7,000 are in tier one, the 7,000 gallons of water. And then above 7,000 gallons of water, they're in tier two, which they pay a higher rate. We're proposing that there's going to be 3 tiers. And this is going to incentivize water conservation. So for the families that use less than 4,000 gallons, they may see a decrease in their water bill of roughly $1. $1 per 1,000 gallons, I should add. And then in tier two, there's going to be a slight increase. And then for users who use more than 9,000 gallons of water, which is a small percentage of the city, but typically it's high users, they're going to see more of an increase. So this aims to do 2 things: incentivize water conservation, as well as help fund our large capital improvement projects into the future.
Thank you. Are there any members of the public that would like to provide comment on this agenda item? Is there anybody in the Zoom room?
Yes, Mayor, there is one person in the Zoom room, Stephanie Benenato.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Benenato. The floor is yours.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm happy that you are going to do a 3-tiered rate increase. I always find my water, sewer, garbage bill to be very high and has been going up pretty consistently. I assume it's the sewer line or the garbage part that is going up. Typically, even though I have a casita and it's billed in one bill, we use less than 1,900 gallons a month. So that's a very small amount, and I'd like to be able to save or get rewarded for being a low user. I also wonder if you can establish some kind of, or maybe there is a program that would help people who are low income, who may have trouble paying this bill, to help them be able to at least be subsidized in some way, shape, or form. And I hope that the council will also go to legislature to get as much money as possible to do the capital improvements that are necessary for the water system. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk, are there any other members of the public that would like to comment via the Zoom link?
Mayor, there are no other hands raised.
Okay. With that being said, are there any questions or comments from the governing body members? Councilor Castro.
Mayor, I think maybe we can give staff an opportunity to talk about those programs for low-income users.
A question for staff?
Sure. Mayor Garcia, Councilor Castro. I don't know the specific details, but there is programs available currently for individuals that have low income. So, and forgive me, I didn't introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Interim Water Division Director Jonathan Montoya. Been with the city for about 14 years. So nice to meet you all.
And thank you, Director Montoya. I realize that you're not the utility billing director, and I'm sorry, we should have had director here, but there are some programs, and if you reach out to us as your representatives or to the utility billing, we can work with folks to get payment plans and other options.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions from the governing body members? If not, what's the will of the body?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, Madam City Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Certainly, Mayor. Councilor Barrett?
Yes.
Councilor Cassett?
Yes.
Councilor Castro?
Yes.
Councilor Faulkner?
Yes.
Councilor Fagali? Councilor Garcia?
Yes.
Councilor Chavez?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, I believe we've reached the end of the agenda. If I'm not correct, please correct me. Okay, with that, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.